When you visit Death Valley, two of the places that you must visit are the Devil's Cornfield and the Mesquite Sand Dunes. These are found along the northern section of Highway 190 in the park. The first site is that of the Devil's Cornfield. That is the area where one sees these mysterious clumps of bushes that someone thought resembled harvested corn stalks set up in the field to mature. The next area of interest is the very popular Mesquite Sand Dunes, which are just a few miles past the Devil's Cornfield. When traveling west along Highway 190 from Beatty, Junction, your first Death Valley adventure starts at the Devil's Cornfield. This area is known for its cluster of arrowweed plants that to some a long time ago thought that the plants resembled bundles of corn stalks at harvest time. I assume that the devil part of the moniker comes from the desolate desert environment that in the summertime, coupled with extreme heat, invokes images of Hades. Arrowweed, formerly known as Pulchia sericea, is a member of the aster or sunflower family. It can reach up to 15 feet in height, although most of those in Death Valley are smaller. The leaves are grayish green, linear to lanceolate in shape, with fine, white, silky hairs. The root system of the plant resembles soil around the base, which helps to sustain growth. Arrowweed grows well in saline environments and indicates a shallow water table. The Timbisha Shoshone people used the long straight stems to make arrow shafts. They also used the plant for roof thatching, anti-diarrhea medicine, eye wash, and small baskets. Sand exists throughout the park, but there are a few locations where large dune fields exist. In order to have sand dunes, there must be a source of sand, wind to move that sand, and a barrier to prevent the sand from being blown away. The conditions at Mesquite Flat Sand Dunes are perfect for the creation of dunes, and while individual grains do move and ripples form, the dune fields remain intact. These dunes are named for the mesquite trees which grow in the area. The trees have to twist and move in order to avoid being buried by the sand. Leafless brown trunks are often exposed by the shifting sands. The arrival of spring brings bright green leaves and yellow flowers from the tree's upper branches. Mesquite bean pods are a traditional food of the Timbisha Shoshone people. Sand dunes provide habitat for many animals, including nocturnal kangaroo rats and sidewinder rattlesnakes. No official trails exist at the dunes, so please be careful while exploring and do not disturb any burrows that you might see. The Mesquite Dunes are known for dramatic shadows at sunrise and sunset, as ripples and edges in the dunes stand out in greater contrast. They are also a great place to observe Death Valley's famous dark night skies. Also, you must be made aware that pets are not allowed on the dunes. So keep doggy at home if you visit the sand dunes, or have someone stay at the local hotel motel and keep an eye on little Fluffy. This is the Mesquite Sand Dune area in Death Valley National Park. It's a favorite stopping point for people exploring the park, but not when it's 95 degrees like today. Because not only is the atmosphere 95, but the reflection from the sand is difficult. So I'll just briefly go out there and sample it and then get the heck out. Now my camera won't last very long in this heat. It'll overheat from recording. This seems to be an interesting spot. With all of the twisted logs. So if you have children and they want to play in the sandbox, stop here. You'll have a very large sandbox to play with. We are in the sand dune, as you can see here. And it is hot. The sand burns, it's so hot. And this is only May the 6th, 2022. And it is hot in Death Valley. So once you get back here, you're in a different world. And one could easily get lost back here. More of these twisted logs. So if you are sensitive to heat, don't come out here at this time of year. come in early spring, late fall. And over there in the distance is Stovepipe Wells. Heading back to the van, most people come up to about this level here and get a picture and then head on back. Again, if you do come and you want to go way back into the dunes, it's good to have a GPS device on you because you can get disoriented and lost. Because I got lost for a while in White Sands Park in New Mexico. I left my car at a parking area within the dunes and started walking. Of course, there were signs to say, be careful that you might get disoriented and not be able to find your way back. And after going up and down, left and right, I couldn't find the car. I'd climbed to the top of a dune, couldn't see anything but another dune. And what I finally did, I finally located the perimeter road and then walked around the perimeter until I found my car. So if I were to do that again, I would have a GPS device which has a return route indicator so that you can go right back where you started. Look at that crow. Now he's got more sense than the rest of us. He's in the shade. I'll not disturb him. I'll go this way. That's interesting. The animal has more sense than the people. Cosa faccio nero? Com'è? Cosa faccio nero? Sì.